A fart note. I was trying to throw in as many fake gypsy jazz kind of licks as I could.
I don't know if it's fake. It sounded pretty real to me.
I like to, make like I know what I'm doing.
But you probably actually do.
Maybe a little bit, because who was it from? Andreas? He really does the gypsy stuff on ukulele.
How would you describe taking a song and making it gypsy?
That was whatever we figured out was pretty hard. I thought it was gonna be easy, and I was like, wait, no, this is hard.
I was like, Jingle Bell Rock, what could be hard about this song? And then hour and a half later.
It's like 9:30.
No, but yeah, you had a good feel for that.
It's that like lazy kind of laying behind the beat a little bit.
Yeah, instead of you got the feel where you could throw in all that little in that little measure you can throw in. Oh,
good. I'm glad I got that it was okay.
Yeah, because that was the feel I had in my head.
Corey, talk about the elements of a gypsy jazz strum.
So for that was really just really two down strums, one being louder than the other. So and it's not so much it's like a brush, right?
Yeah.
Like the like a pump.
Like you don't want to kill the sustain too early too, because that was something that I had a hard time with when I first ever played a gypsy.
Yeah, because that's like a slower version of the pump strum or whatever it's called. So it's like a it's a brush and then a chuck. And then with the slower swing stuff, it's just it's two down strums, two down brush strums.
All downs,
yeah.
Two.
And then the idea is not to throw in the extra like you were saying. You just keep it really just straight.
Yeah, because I'm used to swinging it, because if you're gonna swing it, it would be like.
Yeah, the
it's
typical
like
kind of
1 and 2 and 3.
This one is a little bit more stiff, but then that is the
2. What?
Yeah, that
1, 2, 3, 4.
That becomes that is the swing for it. Something like that, yeah. So,
do you think about soloing over that style differently?
I guess the idea is to throw in chromatic stuff while you're playing in between, because it gives it that gypsy sound, right? Like how you're doing the strumming. Should I do that? I know, yeah.
It's just chromatic all the way. You go like you do stuff like
We can't even do it. That kind of stuff. But you still land on the down?
Hot Club of Wahiwa.
The Hot Hawaiian Gypsy Club. Wahiwa Records.
So these are two classic instruments. Just wanted to feature these. Not new, but just as great as always.
Yeah.
KoAloha KTMOO, always a great choice. And Kamaka HF3 doesn't get more classic than that.
oh yeah. The iconic tenor.
Nice.
That's like the most complicated like Mele Kalikimaka ever.
It only took 7 times.
And who wrote it? Bing Crosby?
Bill?
Bing
Crosby.
Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was like, I gotta check the receipts on that. Hold on.
Hey, Kale,
Bing Crosby.
will you teach people how to play the chords to it?
Yeah. So
Wait, funny story before that. So we were trying to figure it out. Kale's like, I actually recorded that on my Christmas album. Then I totally forgot how to play it. So he played it. We figured out the melody, but Kale played it in C. So we had to transpose and figure it out in G. And then, yeah.
I mean, I was just playing it just so that we have reference. So I was just like, how does that song go again?
I was really impressed with your Christmas album.
Oh, really?
I thought that was really well recorded. I mean, it sounds nice.
Oh, thank you. It was fun.
Wait, we just played it in C.
Yeah, instead of G.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I think it was throwing you off.
Yeah.
Because like when you started playing it in C, I was like, oh, I guess we're playing it in C.
I couldn't figure it out in G. So we didn't transpose that.
Where do people
Anyways.
get your Christmas album?
They can find it online, iTunes,
Spotify.
anywhere that sells digital downloads. You can find it there. They're streaming on Spotify and Pandora too. So yeah, check them out. It's that time of the season.
Yeah. All right, teach people these chords so they can sing along.
So the song is in C, so the first chord is gonna be C. The next chord we're gonna have a G7. Okay, so for the most of the first part of the song is basically those two chords for a long time. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, C. So this is kind of basically it. Okay, and then there's a G7. And then there's going to be a few other chords that we'll introduce to you in just a second, but let's kind of get the first part done. So everybody hold C. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Now here comes G7. There's other things that you can do because most of you already have played a lot of these chords already. What I'm actually doing is kind of accenting different notes and different beats of the song. So instead of holding normal C, I'm actually holding textbook C position number 2, which is 5, 4, 3, 3, like this. So with this type of C, you can actually, I guess you could say, decrease the amount of sustain that's going to be happening while you're strumming just by simply relaxing your fingers instead of pushing down. So all this hand is doing is going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And at the same time, in between, right after I hit the second strum, I'm actually relaxing my fingers so I get that muted effect. So when you speed it up, it actually sounds kind of cool. So here's how it sounds really slow. And this is how it sounds when we were playing it. It's a lot of control with your left hand. So if you're an intermediate advanced player looking for more of a challenge and want to work on your control, it's a really cool technique. And it's done a lot in Gypsy Jazz too.
That's a beautiful uke you got.
Oh, yes, indeed. And it's made out of beautiful wood. So this is a very, very nice, beautiful custom Kinnard tenor that we just got in. This is my very first time touching it, holding it, looking at it, hearing it, playing it, tuning it. And this instrument was constructed in a very unique way. This is part of the Legacy series, and you're probably wondering, what are the top, back, and sides on this? Well, it's all spruce, believe it or not, but there's 2 different types of spruce. The top wood, we have German spruce. I'm a big fan of German spruce too. Actually, one of my first ukuleles had German spruce on it. The back and sides is actually Sitka spruce. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. It's like, aren't those woods usually, put on the top as a soundboard? Well, they also work really nice for the back and sides. Spruce is a very stable wood. It's very stiff, but extremely, extremely light. And this is called, or nicknamed, the, goose spruce or spruce goose? Because it's feather light and made of all spruce. There's another wood on here that's normally used for the back and sides, but they took a more creative approach and used it for the bridge, the fingerboard, faceplate, backplate, binding, and that is maple. And it's very, very beautiful. It adds a really nice touch. If you look at the backplate, it's really cool. It pops out. In fact, I don't know which, the backplate or the faceplate, I like more. They're both very, very beautiful. Nice and curly. And we got the gold tool tuners here. Really, really beautiful ukulele, radius fretboard, nice rosette, binding around the sides, purflings, side port, the works basically on this thing. And spruce is known to have more of a bright sound, but this kind of like goes against, and proves a lot of people wrong. In fact, you get a really nice deep sound from it. You get nice sustain, nice open harmonics. It just pops out. Yeah, so if you're curious about this, you might want to consider purchasing your own Kinnard if you don't own one yet. Within the last 5 years, they made a lot of improvements in their sound, and very, very impressed with them.
That one sounds really nice. And you know, I don't think, maybe I'm forgetting, but I don't think I've played an all spruce. I remember Peter with Maui Music did a series of all cedar with the cedar for the back and sides.
Yeah.
But spruce back and sides, I don't know. Do you recall that, Corey? I don't think so.
I don't think
It's quite the unique piece.
Oh yeah, it feels like,
It's so light.
yeah, like if you let go of it, it feels like it's gonna like start floating away. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still has a tiny bit of weight, but for a tenor, this is extremely light.
Got a beautiful, airy, sweet tone.
Wow, this you can get funky. What would be a nice sound that reminds you of spruce? Kind of goes with the theme of this ukulele. Beautiful.
The first airplane was spruce.
Ooh,
Yeah.
feather light.
Light and strong.
I was thinking the back and sides were maple at first, and then
That's
it's like,
what I
no,
thought.
that's not right.
This is crazy. This is like incredibly high quality spruce.
love how he's doing really unique things too. Like, remember the last one we got? I think maybe the last one, but the all Rosewood series from him.
Oh yeah. That
Oh
was
yeah.
nice.
But it goes to show it's like partly the wood, but it's mostly the builder. What the builder does with the wood.
Oh yeah. I mean, if the builder's good, they could make a good sounding instrument out of almost any form of wood.
Yeah, but that one. Ooh. All right, Corey, what do you got?
So this is a very unique ukulele as well because it features woods that I don't think we've had on at least back in size before, and on top. So the top here, this is an Incense cedar top with olive back and sides, both on the back plate and face plate as well. Very interesting coloring, very interesting wood grain tone smell. That's one of the first things that kind of caught me off guard when I took it out of the case. I was like, wow, this smells good. First strum and pick. Yeah, this thing is super lightweight, so you get a lot of resonance. And the fluorocarbon strings really help bring out a really crispy, high-end response. Really, really good overtones as well. On the bridge, this is a through bridge. These come strung with low G, which I think is a perfect configuration for this ukulele. Brings out that really rich, deep sound, and with the fluorocarbons you get really good clarity, really good sustain. So, side port, and it's really nice how we, I guess, shaped it. It's really smooth. You can see the bracing. It's regular X bracing. You can see all the insides, which is really nice. Very clean on the construction. You got brass on the straplet here on the neck and on the tail block here. On the rosette, you got birch, mahogany, zircote. Really cool design. You'll see a lot more in the pictures. Radius fretboard. It's a compound radius where it's 16 inch and then it gradually goes to 20. The frets. This is the Evo gold frets with polished and rounded edges. It's a really clean way to do frets and probably the best I've seen so far on ukulele. It looks amazing, and you'll never get any sharp fret ends, which is really nice. Sorry. What else? That last thing. Sorry.
One thing, I don't know if the paper there says, but like I noticed he used the Goto UPTs, but he made his own olive buttons.
What's really cool is he always does his own buttons here. It's not one that you can find out of the sets from Goto. So, cottonwood neck. This is interesting too. It's not. Most of these woods, yeah.
It's like all these.
so unique. I love what he's doing.
Isn't it cool?
So
All the different varieties of woods you can use.
Yeah.
So if you like olives, no. Oh, but we were talking before we started, Corey, like just about how awesome Ken's stuff is.
Yeah.
Really low action,
Yep.
really fat. Like even the high notes have a nice punch to them.
Yeah. Even up here when we were playing earlier, it was like just really jumps out. And for how low the action is too. Get this beautiful full sound. Usually when you have the action set really low, you sacrifice especially a lot of the low end response, but yeah, you didn't lose any of that on this ukulele.
Super nice.
Sorry, the last note was. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, man.
There's a lot of overtones.
This is a lot
They're
of
all like
tone.
weaving in and out of each other.
Yeah.
You know, that reminds me, I made some notes on what I got an email today from a customer who watches the podcast and asked if we could define the descriptive terms we use, like bright, warm, fat, punchy, articulate, overtones.
Okay,
It's like
so
yeah.
Bright
Yeah.
meaning sharp, like piercing. That's what it means. Warm,
yeah, so like
gentle, like kinda like a hug.
like a bright sound would be like if you're talking with your mouth like open and you're kind of like yelling, whereas like if something is softer and mellow, it almost sounds like it's covered, and that's or your mouth is covered, kind of like something's covering it, like a, I don't know.
Yeah, but that makes it seem like warm is like muffled. It's not. I would
It's like,
say.
so this is kind of hiding some of the high end frequencies that come through, but
I would say like warm would be like not as harsh,
yeah,
not as sharp.
you don't
It's
get
more
that.
rounded off.
Yeah, you don't get that thwack.
Yeah, you can say like bright, or if you want to like people who are into car stereos, like bright is like the tweeters.
Yeah,
That's where all the high frequencies come from. That's what makes it bright. And then you have like your actually slightly larger speakers in the door on the bottom, and then those will kind of control your mids. And then you have your big 1,000-watt subwoofer. That's your lows.
that's all the bass.
Yeah.
And warm, when we say warm, a lot of times it's like maybe accentuated in the mids and lows, and the highs are not quite as sharp, like you said.
Yeah. That's like a good way I can put it. Like,
How about fat? I mean,
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. There's a
it fills the room. You
Yeah.
know?
like has that really nice rounded,
Like, big.
yeah,
You know.
punchy.
punchy, very very responsive. You can every pluck of a string, you can feel the instrument just.
It's almost a thwack to it.
Yeah. So as you're plucking, you can feel with both hands, even against your body. There's like this thumpiness that goes on, and that's wow.
Speaking of overtones.
Yeah. So that's overtones right there. And that is coming from the other string. So if I just mute that and I pluck the bottom string. Now the overtone comes when you have these frequencies that overlap with the other notes. So you have that C, which will kind of activate the G and C string here. So then you have E. Then you have G up here, which will kind of bring out, strangely, the E string a lot, even up on this F here.
It's almost coming through on all the notes.
And it's not only those notes, you can go all the way up the neck and
So there's the fundamental note, and then there's all the other tones that are ringing that are within the scale of it. How about articulate? One thing I think shows articulation is when you're playing a chord and you hear each note.
Yep.
yeah, like
Separated.
the delicacy of
Yep.
delicacy.
Clarity.
Delicateness.
You can call it clarity.
Yeah, it's referring to how
Like
good the note separation is.
each note is present. Each string can be heard. That's what I would, describe articulation.
I mean, I take it for granted that like everybody understands what we're talking about.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, if you want to know what a bright ukulele and a warm ukulele and a really deep sounding ukulele sounds like,
Buy some ukes from our
buy
site.
some from our site. Stop by the store, try them all out. I'll put like 3 right next to each other, and you can try it out yourself. And I tell people sometimes it's like not everyone can hear the difference in bright, warm. What I prefer might not be what you like, and it's great because you get to develop your own opinion and learn more about what makes these instruments different.
A lot of that too depends on your technique,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll figure out what you like best based on your playing and your preference,
Like you could make it bright sounding, if you wanted to.
depending on how you're
How
playing.
you're playing it, you
where
know, you see here how it
your
like
position and
it just
Yep,
jumps
like
out.
how
And then-
well rounded your nail is, even.
yeah.
So
I just rounded my nails too, so that it's not gonna get too bright at the moment.
So I like to use these mandolin picks, and it's a very interesting pick. A lot of bluegrass players, use it for flat picking, and you can get a variety of tones. Whereas like if you go straight flat, you get that brighter, sharper attack. If you twist it a little bit here, it rolls off the string in a less pointed orientation, so you get a more mellow sound as compared to. So that goes for your nail too. If you're plucking straight on like that instead of like this,
Yeah.
So what are you doing there to warm it up? You kind of angle it a little, get a little flash on
yeah.
it.
So with the direct pluck, you're gonna get a bright sound. When you angle your finger and you roll it off the rounded edge of your fingernail or guitar pick even, you'll get a thicker.
If you want to get, in my opinion, if you want to get the fattest, warmest sound using the flesh of your thumb,
Yeah.
it's kind of.
Then you switch in between that a lot, right? When you're like,
Yeah, because like I like to strum with the fleshy part of my thumb especially when I'm accompanying someone.
yeah,
Because like it warms it up. It's not bright, so it doesn't stand out as much as everything else, and it shouldn't. So. And then if I want to make it brighter, I'll do my pointer.
if you're strumming too, right? You strum this way, it'll kind of mellow it out as compared to strumming it like this.
Yeah.
You do more of a sideway thing instead of this. Like if you're trying to dig in, like you're naturally gonna
Oh yeah.
bend your hand this way so that the attack is more dead on. Whereas, if you're kind of getting this kind of sound, you don't want it to be too bright sounding. You tilt your hand this way so that it's hitting the rounded spots of your nails. Right?
Yep.
So there's the tonality of the instrument, but also within that is a super wide range that you can get just by technique.
Oh yeah, definitely. And having an instrument that allows you to do that is also important.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of balanced instruments that can be bright, warm, loud, soft, deep. Those are usually the type of gigs I'll look for. But it's very hard to find. It's after like trying out a lot of different ukuleles, owning a lot of different instruments, you'll find the sound you prefer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you need to own a lot, but if you need some, you know where to get them.
We can help you along the way. Okay, let's get into some more ukes.
was the most random like Jingle Bells. I didn't even. That was the first time I even played it in that key. I was like, okay, melodies over here.
Right? Yeah, it's a island Christmas.
Bossa Nova.
Gotta have that. Love
You could just go between them.
Go back and
It's like, what song is it? White Sandy Beach.
it. White sandy Christmas.
Clay, talk about what you got.
We got another custom EV from Charles Fukuba. And like we said earlier, he's using all of his best sets of woods. Once he's out. He's going to be retiring. And we're very, very lucky and privileged to be able to feature all of his instruments. And this is another one of his masterpieces. So he's known for more of a dreadnought shape where you have a wider bottom bout. Even like the overall shape of his ukulele is actually wider than usual. He also has his signature 3-hole sound hole on the top of the ukulele. If you're wondering what type of wood was used for the soundboard, it is Torrefied Spruce. So it's been kind of aged very, very quickly. There's a technique that a lot of luthiers are using, especially in the ukulele community now, and it's great. You see it a lot on guitars. Beautiful Hawaiian koa for the back and sides, ebony top and bottom binding. We got a herringbone strip coming down here in the center. Very, very nice. Goto UPT tuners on the top of the headstock. And another thing that I really like about when we get a lot of his custom instruments is that his fret markers, he uses Roman numerals instead of the typical fret dots. But that kind of confuses you. All you have to do is look on the side and you have your standard fret dots right there. Very, very beautiful sound. These come strung up with fluorocarbon strings, and it looks to be a flat wound fourth for the low G. And if you're wondering like what makes his instruments different, is that it has a very traditional sound with modern influence. So basically what I'm saying is it has everything from a classic ukulele and more. Nice.
That's my favorite kind of EV, the Torrefied Spruce top.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the 3-hole.
I remember when the first time we got like a Torrefied Spruce top from him, it was a cannon.
Yeah.
Now we get cannons all the time.
Yeah, he found it. Were you here when he dropped that off? Corey?
I didn't get to play it. I caught him on his way out.
Oh,
he was,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling us like he's been doing kind of like fancier ones with all the inlays and stuff. He's like, this is my favorite right here.
Nice.
Just more basic, but still somewhat embellished. But yeah, Torrefied, Spruce, Koa.
Yeah, the koa doesn't have to be like extremely curly for it to be really, really beautiful.
I mean, that's a super nice cut of wood.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was just telling Andrew earlier, it does look more of an unusual type of koa with all these lines coming down. It's nice.
Reminds me of some of the Oahu Koa I've seen cut.
Yeah.
Has that kind of darker look.
Beautiful.
But that's probably from the Big Island. But yeah, Koa comes in all kinds of beautiful shades.
Mm-hmm.
Like Corey's. It's been a while since we had a GL6, huh?
Yeah. It's always fun playing these, especially if you're a guitar player. You get all the extra, technically bass notes.
Well, you know, even if you are a guitar player, like you're getting a lot more range. That's tuned A to A. So yeah, the high range, you're not going to be able to get that on a guitar, right?
Yeah, all the way up to this high F.
That would be like I don't know, you'd have to have like 27 frets or something. So Kaimana came and dropped off a bunch of Kanile'as today, and we'll have to have a session where I sample, you guys sample rather, all of them. But I did want to feature on here 2 new customs. It's these customs that we've been getting in the D series from them that we been selecting the woods and having them put the UPTs on.
Okay, so those are new. I thought those were.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
My
mind is slowly going.
They go as fast as they come, but D series are sounding so deep and rich, and then with these woods, it's just kind of over the top. Let's check them out.
Oh my goodness. Redwood top, silky. I don't know. I played the wrong chords because it was supposed to be an F. I meant to do a. I don't know. So, this is a custom D series Kanile'a tenor featuring amazing redwood on top, sinker redwood, beautiful Cocobolo back and sides. This is one of the most unique colors you'll see in wood. Very nice reddish and orange tones that come through. Very nice sapwood on the center strip here and the sides. Amazing tone. By the way, this is one of the nicest combinations you can get. Yeah. I don't want to stop playing this. Ebony bridge, fretboard, koa fret dots, ebony on the face plate, mother pearl, goto tuners, UPT tuners, satin neck, gloss body, monster tone. These come from the factory in Logi tuning with the phosphor bronze string. Man. Jeez. Kind of want to trade after it because that one is special as well.
Oh, this thing is unreal. Another full custom Kanile'a here. This one is really unique. It has one of the most underrated woods on here, and it's also one of my favorite. This is the D series, custom D series from Kanile'a with a Bearclaw Sitka spruce top, koa binding. You got armrests over here, ebony bridge fingerboard, faceplate, koa fret dots. I really like the tuners on here because it matches the overall aesthetics of the ukulele. Gold and white, pearl white, and goto UPT tuners on the headstock. Kanile'a logo inlaid in mother of pearl. Side dots in mother of pearl as well. Now the back and sides is really, really beautiful. This is one of the most curliest pieces of Myrtle I have ever seen, and it's a very, very underrated wood. I wish people would build more ukes out of this because it makes a really, really nice sound. And one thing that, in my opinion, sets the D series apart from the rest of the Kanile'a line is that they all have this really deep sound. It's really nice and full, rich tone, good sustain, and these things pack a punch. If I were to order custom Kanile'a, I would definitely get get it designed after the D series models.
Yeah, I would want to own one immediately, especially this one.
I'll take this.
I don't know, you might change your mind after you play this one.
Realize we've gotten these customs a few times in this wood combo, but this time they both have the arm bevel.
Forgot about that, sorry. Koa binding, beautiful bevel on the side here.
Something else. Just want to make sure that it showcases all the good
Sounds
things.
so
about
good.
this. Yeah, it's just like I'm just trying to find the right key and the right chords just to. It's so easy to play too. It's just like butter.
Yeah, the voice on these is just so sweet. Love it. We also, like I said, Kaimana brought by a bunch today. We got in like a master grade Koa D series, and there's a bunch of nice stuff. But
For another day.
for another day. But if you guys go to TUS Clips on YouTube here, that's where we put up our individual sound samples. So, of course, not everything that gets sampled makes it onto the podcast. So, subscribe there, and you'll see the latest stuff as we just put up the regular sound clips. And yeah, lots more coming from Kanile'a. Want to feature next a couple Cocobolo ukuleles. So we've been able to show them a few times and just got in a new handful of them.
The 2-chord jams. We gotta do more of those.
Yeah. These are fun.
D minor 7, D minor 7.
Just 2 chords. Just so you can play E minor 7 simply by holding a D minor 7. You'll realize why I'm telling you to do this. So D minor 7 is like a normal D minor, 2 2 1 0, except you're adding a finger on the 3rd fret of the H string, D minor 7. E minor 7 is just 2 frets up, or a whole step. And then you go, you have your E minor 7. So you're already in position for both chords. So you don't have to worry about lifting your fingers up and repositioning them. You're just sliding down, up and down. So it goes. This E minor 7 is difficult for you, you can actually hold it like this. It's also known as a G6 if you were wondering. So you can use this you can substitute G for an E minor 7. So this one is 0 2 0 2. It's kind of like a D7, but you're just moving your fingers down one string. There you go. And then D7, D minor 7. So you have E minor 7 and D minor 7. This one is a lot of fun to play. This is another ukulele from Cocobolo Ukuleles, and this is their take on a long neck soprano. And it's actually really comfortable to play. So if you're looking for a soprano that you want a little bit more room for your hands, especially if you're on the taller side or just can't wrap your hands around a normal soprano, getting a longer scale length instrument is going to be a nice plus. Solid cocobolo for the top, back, sides, neck, fingerboard, faceplate, backplate, you name it. Everything is all cocobolo on here. It's a very dense wood, very durable, very solid. Side part over here, we got Grover tuners in chrome. And it's pretty cool like how they make use of the sapwood. So they added a nice strip of dark cocobolo coming down the center of the headstock and right in between the sap, which is really, really nice. And yeah, we've been enjoying getting these in all sizes. Yeah, so check them out.
I asked him if he would sell me some cocobolo. Their cocobolo is so nice. He said that they aren't able to export the raw wood from Nicaragua.
Oh,
man.
So you have to build them there and then send the instrument.
Yeah. But
dang.
man, the wood on these is just gorgeous.
Some of the best looking cocobolo I've seen.
Love the finish, the tone, the neck is really comfortable. This is plain Worth Browns, low G, and it's so full and warm.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that that's a super tenor, because I totally thought that was a baritone too. When we were playing and you first came up with the 2-chord progression, I was looking at your hands, I was like, wait, that's a baritone, but why is he playing everything in the same position?
In the olden days, this would be a baritone, because it's 19-inch scale, right?
Is that a 19-inch scale? So yeah, it is a longer scale. It's just shy of a 19-inch. So you actually could set that up as a baritone as well. With the right string set, that would be also a wonderful sounding baritone.
Yeah.
You know what would be perfect for that is Joel's uke logic
That's what I
hard
was
tension.
thinking, yeah.
And then tune it down to baritone.
Right, his baritone hard tension set on that would be
Reentrant.
baritone. That too, yeah.
Even though it's a super tenor, the longer scale length and bigger body, it still has standard ukulele tone, which is nice. Considering fluorocarbons too, that can kind of over brighten things, but this is.
It's a lot of body.
Yeah. It's like a mini guitar even.
Beautiful. So we got 2 of those super tenors in. We'll record the other one later. But next I wanted to feature a few new models from Millar.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so these are both models that Millar makes, but I had them do them with the Goto UPT tuners for us. Yeah. I think it, besides just really liking these tuners, I think it lends itself to the overall look with the rope binding and that kind of classic, old school.
Gives it a clean
Hawaiian.
look.
Yeah.
With the tuners in the back.
So, Clay, go first.
Okay, so a brand new model from Millar, a ukulele company based in Taiwan. And this is a very, very unique model. This one has Bolivian rosewood for the entire body, top, back, and sides. So I like how a lot of these companies are starting to experiment with different types of hardwoods for the entire body, not just for the back and sides. It's really cool. Rope style binding. It looks like you got a number of different woods in here. Spruce, rosewood, kind of all around the body, rosette, and also the headstock. Black and gold Goto UPT tuners with the logo inlaid in mother of pearl fret dots as well. Gloss all around. top, back, sides, and neck. Yeah, all solid wood, and it's at a pretty good, very, very good price too. So.
Nice. So this is a new tenor from Millar. Very beautiful build here. You got Cypress on top, rope, purfling rope rosette, maple binding, East Indian rosewood back and sides, beautiful gloss finish. Very nice open, and kind of reminds me of like an old classic Hawaiian tenor. But the Cypress and East Indian rosewood gives it this really nice fullness. It's a very chunky kind of sound. You can hear it especially when you strum the open C strings or anything that has an open E and C. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. Very lightweight. Smells great. I think a lot because of the cypress top. You got East Indian rosewood on the face plate. These come with Goto tuners now. And you got the titanium string set, giving you a very nice balance. Not overly bright, not overly anything. Good volume, good punchiness. Really good sustain. So, yeah, very impressive with these builds. I'm glad, we picked these up. These are definitely worth.
all solid wood, quality construction and materials, under $1,000. Doing good stuff. No worries. So we're going to close out tonight with a couple models from Klos, which is a USA company making carbon fiber instruments. And they just released the baritone, so we're going to get to see and hear that for the first time.
Nice. Play something that reminds me of nature, because these are supposed to be enjoyed outdoors. And all right.
This is such a
chord.
weird way to hold the chord. Because I did this, I was just like...
2-chord jams are back.
Love them 2 chords.
You sound great.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you were playing, you were just kind of picking and tuning. I was like, holy.
Yeah, it's a lot of sound, like a lot of tone. It's extremely like punchy.
Yeah, their design, it's like they kind of dialed in a better sound than Blackbird got from their carbon fiber when they were doing carbon fiber ones.
Yeah.
This actually has like a little bit more clarity.
Yeah, and the Baritone is brand new for their line. So they just came out with this. Yeah, they said they sent us the first couple of those. So we got this with the onboard active pickup system too.
Nice.
Both of these, but yeah. Go first, Clay. Talk about this. Give us a sample.
Got a brand new baritone from Klos. And this is a great travel instrument. It's pretty much 100% resistant to changes in humidity. You don't have to worry about carrying a humidifier pack. You can go to Antarctica and then go to the Sahara Desert and you'll be fine with these instruments. There's pretty much no wood on here whatsoever. Full carbon fiber for the whole body, top, back, sides, neck, headstock. Extremely durable. I remember when like these first came out of the factories when they first released these ukuleles, not the baritone, but I think they were releasing they released a concert first for the tenor, and they were doing all sorts of tests to show how durable these things were. It's kind of funny, but it's also very impressive. Yeah, let's enjoy this baritone.
ukulele sounding. Some I guess some builds from different ukulele makers who do carbon fiber kind of takes away from the natural ukulele sound, but sounds just like any wooden ukulele, just a little more durable, a little cooler looking with the carbon fiber stitch design. This thing is made to be played in the wilderness and the outdoors. It's good for camping. You can leave it in your car pretty much forever in any kind of temperature. It's not gonna warp. Man. A lot. This is punchy.
These guys are building out of Utah, doing a fantastic job. So look out for these to hit the website soon. And apologies for being somewhat infrequent with these podcasts lately. I've been working with the setup team full time and just trying to get you guys your ukes on time. And I love it. I mean, it's really a satisfying thing, taking an instrument, making it play better, working with the team down there. And it also makes me feel good that we're not just a retailer selling things. We're actually putting our expertise into it and time and attention to make sure that it's going to be the best experience for you when you get it. And check out the ukes on the site. We've got tons of great stuff up there now. We've got stuff on special, really good prices. And thank you guys so much for watching, for sharing, for liking, subscribing, all that jazz. And we will see you soon. Mahalo.